Welcome to the Feeding Our Young podcast. Have you ever heard the phrase, nurses eat their young? Feeding Our Young is more than a podcast, it's a movement. It's a desire to see new nurses of all ages be supported and uplifted by their peers. And it starts with me. It starts with you. So join host Eric Miller, registered nurse of nearly 20 years and clinical instructor, and today's honored guest, me, Cade Riddle, and be ready to have your life uplifted so you can, in turn, uplift others. Welcome to the Feeding Our Young podcast.
Hello and welcome to this episode of the Feeding Our Young podcast. Today, I'm not going to mince any words. I'm not going to blather my gums on and on and on to start this thing, because I'm sitting with someone who, just maximizes his time, maximizes it in a way that I am it's super inspiring, and I can't wait for you to hear about how that works. So I'm not going to take advantage of his time. We're going to honor the time we have together and get him talking right away. So welcoming to studio, Mr. Cade Riddle. Cade, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I am doing great, thank you. The sun is actually out up here in Washington, and at this time of the year, that's a hit or miss thing. So it makes my wife happy, it makes many of my kids happy, ergo it makes me happier. So let's not waste any time here. Where are you from? Go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us where you're from, and let's just start with that.
I'm from Parrish, Alabama, which is located in Walker County, Alabama. I've always been here. That's where I've always resided, that's where I've stayed. And now I'm on the Summerton campus at Bevel State Community College.
Bevel State Community College. I've heard that somewhere before. I feel like I've virtually met a couple people from there, maybe.
Yeah.
No, I appreciate you taking time come out of your schedule to talk about. So let's just jump right into this whole degree mess here, because it's not a mess. You have it quite organized. You're going to Bevel State Community College. Amazing. So that must mean you're only getting your associates. Is that right?
Yeah, at the Bevel State Community College, I'm getting my associates, but I'm in the joint enrollment program, which is a partnership with UAB, where at the same time I'm taking the BSN courses, and when I graduate, I will have both them degrees at the same time.
At the same time. So that is it's a different form of acceleration. So I cannot wait to ask you all about that. So in the meantime, what are 3 words you would use to describe nursing school?
3 words I would use to describe nursing would be different, fast, and challenging.
Ooh, especially if you're taking associate's level classes and bachelor level classes at the same time. But we know it's challenging no matter what, right?
Yeah.
And then 2 of our other now new normal opening intro questions. Do you have 3 favorite songs in life right now?
3 songs right now that I seem to have on repeat right now would be Couldn't Make It Any Harder by Sabrina Carpenter, Oscar-winning Tears by Ray, and Die With a Smile with Lady Gaga and Brown.
Oh, okay. I'm going to check out all 3 of those. I like that. Especially if Can't Make It Any Harder. Like, come on now. That should be like an anthem for nursing school, right?
Yeah.
All right. So with that, then our unofficial Feeding Our Young personality test. Cade, as I've warned you, I'm going to spring 5 questions on you. 5 questions that you have not prepared for. Is that correct?
Correct.
There's a little nervous chuckle there. That's okay. We're going to treat you well. I'm going to respect you. But they're going to come at you rapid fire. You can give just a straight answer. If you want to give rationale, you can. But when we're done with these 5 questions, we'll know exactly what kind of person you are. Are you ready?
Ready.
Here he goes. He's ready for anything. All right. First of all, are you team pie or team cake?
I think I'm team pie.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Ability to fly or breathe underwater?
Probably fly.
Okay. Would you rather instantly learn a new language or instrument?
Probably a new language.
Okay. And fourth question, is Wham's song Last Christmas actually a Christmas song?
I consider it a Christmas song.
All right. Okay. And number 5, the last one, hardest of them all. You have been granted a time machine. Congratulations. Are you going back in time, or are you going to go see the future?
I can go see the future.
Okay, I love it. So the results are in. You're amazing. So there it is. There it is. The unofficial Feeding Our Young personality test. I don't know what we're going to do with this. We'll probably change it down the road. I kind of figured so far, anyone we've done this with, their episode is not aired as of today. And so I'm like, well, the day that the first person who did this, the day that airs, will probably be the day I'm going to have to at least change the questions or drop it entirely. I don't know. Well, thanks for playing. And that's it. That's Cade, everybody. Have a great day. Just kidding. All right, so let's jump right into it. Like, talk to us about this dual enrollment thing. I can't imagine there's a lot of people doing that. You know what I mean? Give us all the details, man. Give us the skinny.
So, like we said, there is 3 from this campus who are in this program, and then there's Fayette campus only has 2, and that's the complete total for Bevel State College is 5 students in the program from Bevel. Wallace State also does the joint enrollment along with Jeff State. They do it, and they have about the same amount of students at each campus. So not really a lot gets added to it each year. This is actually Bevel's first year doing it, so we're kind of like the guinea pigs of the program. See how they change everything after we're done with it. But yeah, we take our regular nursing classes here in person. We'll do like our clinicals, everything, and then online we have our bachelor's classes. So we take them. So we have 2 nursing BSN classes online with UAB right now, on top of our nursing class in person. But it's set to so that they can get more nursing students, I guess, out there in the career since it's such a high demand right now, and they can go ahead and have their bachelor's degree in advance in such a short amount of time.
Wow. So for those of us that are not from that amazing, beautiful area that I can't wait to visit someday, UAB, what does that stand for?
That's University of Alabama at Birmingham. It's located in Birmingham, Alabama, which isn't too far from here. But it's a big O college, big O university.
Wow. So and not trying to inflate your ego, good sir, but is this like a competitive process? How do students get selected to enter this?
I know we have to have all our prerequisites done before you can get in the program, and it's got a lot more than the traditional nursing program does. We also the ACT score is a little higher on it, so you have to have a 20 on it instead of an 18. I From how they choose students into it, I really don't know how that process goes, but I know you have to have all this stuff done to get into it.
So then, by doing this dual enrollment, I can't imagine on the Bevel State side, do they lessen your load, or is this just extra on top of what everybody already has to do?
I guess it's considered extra on what we have to do. We do everything they do here on top of having those 2 extra nursing classes on top of it.
Wow. And so this whole thing, it takes about 2 years to get, and then at the end of 2 years, you have both degrees in hand?
Yeah, it's about 5 semesters. And once we graduate, we'll graduate with our associates at Bevel and our bachelor's at UAB.
And do you get to walk in like 2 commencements? Like, how does that work?
Yeah, we'll have 2 graduations, 2 pinnings, one here and one at UAB.
Double the celebration. That is incredible. Oh, yeah. Cade, I'm kind of envious. I'm already a nurse. I already have my bachelor's, but I'm like, I kind of want to go back and do that. But actually, no, I don't. I'm talking just crazy talk now. So then I'm really curious then. To get your perspective on nursing school, because let's face it, first of all, you're a male nursing student, so let's talk about that just for a second. Obviously, coming from that background, being a male in the nursing world, there's more of us out there, but we're still the minority. How big is your class size, and how many of you are gentlemen?
Our class size has about close to 40 students in it right now, and out of all of them, including me, there's like 4 or 5 males in the class.
So about 10% or so.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, I mean, and you can speak towards your perspective as being one of the only male students in there, but also, more importantly, what is it like going through nursing school? I guess nursing schools plural. What is that like for you? What does that look like on the daily? How do you manage that stress?
Right now, well, it ain't too bad right now, but I mean, we like the way our schedule works, we are here in lab 2 days a week and lecture 2 days a week, but it ain't usually but like 2 to 4 hours per day. So we kind of have all that extra time to do all our studying and our work for UAB, any free time that we can get. So it kind of helps relieve the stress, but
Man,
wait until it
yeah.
gets harder.
I'm like, I'm hearing that sigh. I'm like, ooh, it's, you still got, and so let me back up. So you are in your first semester then?
First semester, yeah.
Okay, so it's just starting because I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
hearing you say, like, you're like, it's not too bad right now, but I know it's gonna get
yeah,
worse in a little while.
yeah.
Awesome. So I mean, how do you, so let's say it's not super stressful at the moment, but it's coming down the pike. How are you going to, like, do you have plans in place to try and weather those storms? What does that look like?
Don't know yet. I think right now I'm just kind of going with the flow. We're just gonna figure it out when we get there, really. And just
One
gonna
day
have
at
to,
a time?
yeah.
Oh, I absolutely love it. Are you working alongside all of this? Are you able to focus completely on nursing school?
I am not working during this because when we were doing the joint enrollment, they recommend that you don't work through it. They they've had students go through it, but it don't really do well when they work because they
Yeah.
don't have all that focus on it.
Yeah. So do you know how long UAB's had this kind of, like you said, this is you're the guinea pigs for Bevel State, but how long has UAB had this program reached out to other area colleges?
If they've had it for about 2 to 4 years already with the other colleges.
Wow. So I
But
mean, this is all just, I mean, fresh, like post-pandemic,
yes.
mid-pandemic, that sort of thing.
Hmm.
Wow, that's just, it's so inspiring. And Kate, my hat's off to you, man. I mean, I don't care if you're only in your first semester, you're doing the thing, right? And again, the things, plural. We're
Yeah.
gonna, this is the title of your episode, like plural, just plurality, S, whatever. I don't know. Okay, enough about that then. Is there anything else you want to share about how you feel about nursing school, or, whether it's, your male perspective or just starting off? What does it feel like finally starting off and go chasing after these degrees?
It feels great starting off, I'm glad I've finally reached this point, and I'm hoping it stays great during the rest of the time I'm in it, but, so far, I'm doing good. I'm liking
Oh,
it.
well, and everyone I've had the privilege of meeting so far from Bevel State has just top-notch quality people. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you guys are all amazing. You're absolutely outstanding. So, and again, as evidenced by the fact that you are here today, 12 now, 12:15-ish your time, in the afternoon. You said you just completed classes. The rest of
Yeah.
your day is free. And you're like, well,
Hmm.
I said I'm going to sign up and do this thing with Eric. Sounds great. So
Yeah.
I can't thank you enough, and anyone who's listening can't thank you enough. It's great getting your perspective. So let's back up a little bit then. You're finally there. You're finally doing the thing, and you kind of use that word finally. Why nursing? How'd you end up in nursing? Like, talk to us about that journey.
I've Since I was young, I've always wanted to get help people. I've always wanted to, and I've had like my cousins and stuff go through nursing, and so it's just kind of like, well, maybe I'll do that. And then in high school, we have in Jasper, Alabama, the Walker County Center of Technology, and it's for kids to go to get the information and teachings they need, and once they graduate, they can easily get jobs in that field they go in. And health science was one of them, so I went through it, and it helped a lot with wanting to go through nursing, help prepare you for it, and all that. And it's just kind of how I got here.
Wow. So are your cousins? You said your cousins. They're actively nurses, or they're going to nursing school?
They have already graduated. They are actively working right now.
And if that's something you're willing to share or they're okay with you sharing, like, do you know what areas are they practicing in?
I'm not too sure. I know one of them, she just graduated like about a year ago, not too long. So she's been
Okay.
still kind of getting through. Another one, he's been out for a little bit, but he kind of moves around, I think, with it. So,
That's awesome.
but
So then that begs the natural question. You're just starting, but do you have any idea kind of what areas might pique your interest so far?
so far, I'm thinking ER or ICU.
And why those areas in particular?
I like a more fast-paced area. I don't really want to work in somewhere that's kind of slow-paced or the same thing. I like it different.
Yeah. Something new every day, not knowing necessarily what's going to roll through the door.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh man. Oh, well, we'll just be the yin. I'll be your yin. What am I trying to say? I'll be the yin to your yang, or the yin, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm the
yeah.
opposite, man. Like, I am not, no thank you. I knew straight away. I'm like, ED nursing, that's not for me. So, but we need incredible ED nurses, ICU nurses, and I'm excited for your career. And the fact that you're doing, kind of the associates and bachelor level stuff all at the same time, man, you're gonna, you know what I mean? I feel like that's gonna prepare you even more to be able to handle like all that stimulus all at the same time and being
Hmm.
able to make those decisions and stuff. So, man, I can't wait to hear more about your journey as you go, you know what I mean, down the road.
Yeah.
You're gonna keep in touch, right? Like we're gonna know.
Yes, yes.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. All right. Well, Cade, I appreciate that. And I appreciate you talking to us about, kind of your nursing journey and where you're at right now. Now I want to know a little bit more about Cade. So, like some icebreaker questions, for example, like if you had to consider yourself, if you had to say, I have a superpower, what would your superpower be?
If I had a superpower, mine would have to be.
I
I'm
ask
trying
the
to think.
hard hitting questions
Yeah,
here
the
on feeding our young.
best one that fits. I guess it would have to be like kind of like the Flash speed. Moving fast, getting through.
Lining right up with that ER ICU
Yeah.
bend you got there. That's amazing. Awesome. So, and would you like to talk about your family? Do you have family? Do you have pets? What does Cade's support system look like?
Yes. I, my mom and dad, they're very, supportive of my career, you know, endeavors. And I do have a twin who we are fraternal twins, completely opposite of each other, though. Nothing alike.
Wait, okay, so we almost 20 minutes into your episode before we find out the Cade's a twin. This is amazing.
Yeah.
So complete opposites. So what is you can name drop if you think they're
Yeah.
okay with it, but what's the name of your twin? Like where and you said fraternal. So he,
Fraternal.
she, I'm not sure. And where are
His
they going? What are they doing?
his name is Gage, and he is going into electrical right now. He's uh doing like an apprenticeship and working and in another time. He's not really. It ain't really like a college that he's going to, but it's some type of schooling program they offer where he works that he's going to get his degree
Oh
through.
wow. That's incredible. Are you so okay? Then we have to know who's first? Who's the oldest?
He is the oldest by a minute.
All right, that's okay. We're talking with the
Uh,
younger brother, Mr.
yeah,
Cade. Grabbing
yeah.
onto his ankle. I'm coming out. Take me with you. No,
Um,
that's amazing. That's amazing. You mentioned you had cousins in the healthcare field. And anybody else in your family that you know of or might have inspired you to become a nurse? Like anyone else in the healthcare field?
Not really. It's just really I have like the two cousins that are really in the healthcare field, and that's kind of about it in my family, really.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's awesome. So then, using that word inspiring, I don't like to use it loosely. Who or what inspires you most?
I think my inspiration comes from my need to want to help people, and that's what inspires me. Like one day thinking, oh, I'll be able to help somebody or fix something, do it.
Yeah,
And
that's awesome. That's awesome. And that's all you need, right? Like just the
hmm
idea that you're going through this hardship, this next, whatever comes your way, through dealing with two different programs at the same time, and yet on the other side of that, what this does is it gives you the ability to reach out and help people. Like, that's your why. And we've said it on this podcast before, and you likely already know, but that's the why that is sometimes going to be maybe the only thing that gets you through this test you dread, or you know what I mean? Like, whatever the
Yeah,
challenge is, a clinical situation that you're like, oh my gosh. Have you been to clinicals yet?
we have not yet. We're fixing to start within the next couple of weeks.
Oh, it's coming. It's coming down the
Mm-hmm.
pike. Okay, so this is awesome. Rarely do we get students on the podcast who have yet to get like step foot on day one in clinical. So then in that what do you do first? Do you know what's coming? Like what is your first experience clinical wise? Do you know?
I know we haven't really got our schedules just yet. We're fixing to. I do know that we'll have like 2 days in a nursing home and 2 days in the hospital.
Oh, okay. And you're doing that simultaneously.
Yeah, they'll have it. Don't really know. They could have it like we'll go like a Monday and a Wednesday, or they'll
Yeah.
do it like Wednesdays. It can kind of range depending on where we go.
Interesting. So, knowing that that's coming down the pike, and knowing you haven't, I'm assuming you have you worked as like a nurse's assistant or anything like that at all prior to
I
any
have
experience?
not.
Okay.
I have not. No.
It's like I'm looking at a mirror, man. Like you know what I mean. I worked in
Oh,
medical records, so there was at least that. But I did not like a lot of my peers at the community college I started out at. You know, they all coming in and man, they've been nurses assistants for years, or they did it for just that 6 months or something just to get fresh and to get a hands-on feel. And the rest of us are like, oh, I don't know. Like I don't want to speak for anybody else. That's how I felt. I was like,
yeah, yeah.
I felt like I was at a disadvantage coming out of that, which turns out not to be true. But the point is, how do you feel? Like, what are your feelings about clinical coming up? Are you nervous? Are you excited? Is this something that you dread? Is this something, you know what I mean? You're not there yet. You haven't experienced yet. What are you anticipating? What do you expect it to be like?
I mean, right now, I think I'm a little nervous to start. I mean, I'm
Mhm.
also excited. I really don't know what to expect just yet because it's gonna be all kinds of stuff going on.
Yeah. But like you said, you kind of have this motto of taking it one day at a time and seeing what's coming down.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
I
You're like,
know.
I'm
Yeah,
ready for it. Let's go.
yeah.
Oh, that's amazing. Well, I'm excited for your future patients, both as a nurse, student nurse, and as a nurse in the field. So with that, Cade, before we go back to our traditional ending questions and things like that, is there anything else on your heart that you want to share about nursing, about yourself, about your journey?
None that I can think of that we haven't really covered already.
And if anyone's listening to you that is going, man, I'm thinking about nursing, but I'm not sure. I really want to do it, but I don't know if it's worth the time and the effort and anything like that. Like if anyone's kind of in that camp, what advice would you give to them?
The advice I'd give them is do it, but also be confident in yourself to do it. You know, because it really takes confidence to do it. If you don't believe in yourself, you ain't gonna do it, and if you do it, you won't exceed in it. Um, but I think you need to have a passion for it in order to get into it. It's not for everybody. You know, you got to be prepared for all of it.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's whatever their heart is set on. But I mean, you really need to be sure if you're going to do it. I wouldn't start if you're not going to be sure.
I love it. I love it. So with that, you chose three words to describe nursing school. What were they and why did you pick them?
I chose the three words I chose at the beginning was different, fast, and challenging. I chose different because it's way different than like any other type of schooling you do or anything. Everything's completely different. The way it's set up, test, everything, the work, everything's completely different. Um, I chose the word fast because, well, it's moving very fast already, very fast paced. Um, getting through a lot already. The semester's already halfway, almost done already. It's moving a lot faster than I thought it would.
Yeah.
Um, and then I put challenging because it is challenging, especially with the joint enrollment program with two other nursing classes on top of it. It has your challenges with it. Um, you get challenged with like your skills and all that you have to do. Um, especially like with your friends if you compete with them, who does better than other. But it's all very challenging for sure.
Awesome. Awesome. It is. And I two thoughts that pop into my brain while you're saying that is that, first of all, you're not going to know any different as far as like you personally and the two other peers from Bevel State that's, going in this dual enrollment program. You guys genuinely won't really know any different, like how much more challenging that might be compared to if you didn't. You know what I mean? Obviously, you expect a certain level of increased challenge, but the beautiful part is it's challenging anyway. So you're like, let's just knock it all out.
Yeah, I mean, might as well get it done.
Oh, that's awesome. And the second thing, I mean, the other thing that kind of popped in my mind, you're talking about like, it's so fast and you're already feeling like it's fast. Clinicals are going to be here, essentially tomorrow, even though it's a couple weeks for you, you're going to be like, oh, here I am. I'm in clinicals. And it's so true because like, there's that old saying that the days are long, but the years are short. And so, you're going to have days in the nursing school where you're like, I've got so much to do. Like there's not enough hours. Like this is insane. And yet when you reach that end of it, and even the end of every semester, every quarter, whatever, you know what I mean? You're going to look back and go, oh, that part's done. Oh, this whole thing's done. Wow, that's insane. And so I just love that your superpower, you're talking about, being speedy like the Flash. It just fits right into one of the three words you picked. Fast. You're like, I'm ready for the run. Let's make this happen. So with that, one last thing, Mr. Cade, if anybody who's listening to your episode, if they're just nothing sticks, nothing lands in that brain of theirs, I know how that works for me sometimes. And all they hear is this last thing that you want to share that's on your heart. What is the one thing you want nursing students to walk away from with your episode?
The one thing is, don't worry or stress over anything through the nursing school process. It'll all go smoothly so far. I mean, from what I've seen, like, just don't stress over it. I mean, you'll get through it. I mean, it may take time, but you can do it.
Just, man, I love you. You're like, you got that perfect mix of like, okay, I want to go in the ER. I want to go in the ICU. I'm dual enrolling and doing 2 different degree programs at the same time, which usually indicates someone who's like, you know what I mean? High strung, type A, let's go. And yet you're also like, don't worry about it. We're going to take it one day at a time. I'm sure it's going to be great. Don't stress. Like, you know what I mean? Be confident. You're that perfect mix of like, I'm going to kick some ass and I'm not going to worry too much while I do it. So awesome. Well, Cade, I can't thank you enough for taking time out of your afternoon after getting done with classes to share some wisdom, share some insight, and give us your inspiring story. So thank you. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, sir.
You too, and I was very excited to do this. It's very fun.
Thank you. And so, okay, before we close, I'm gonna get it on. I'm getting it on recording. You open to doing a repeat episode. Hopefully this thing's still running. And in 2 years down the road, when you're about to graduate, you're willing to come back on and tell us what it was like and if everything you said today is still true?
Yes, let's do it.
That's what I'm talking about. All right. And then we can find out about your brother's progress as well. It'll be great. We'll get updates. Yeah. Updates on the Riddle family. Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, Cade. Have a good day, my man.
You too.
Here's what's happening on the next episode of Feeding Our Young.
I think we're like the only profession that, we get abused.
Yeah.
You name it, by staff, by colleagues, by patients. Yeah. And but we're with people at the worst time of life. We're usually the ones giving them horrific information or cleaning up the mess after they've gotten the horrific information.
Yes.
And oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I get goosebumps. Because I had some amazing relationships with patients over the years. And I have a stack of letters from patient families, and you can't get that anywhere else. So we give our all for our career.
Did you like today's episode of Feeding Our Young? Let today's honored guest know by emailing us at thanks@feedingouryoung.org. Also, if you are a nursing student, nurse, or a nursing instructor and would like to be featured on a future episode, please email us a few details about yourself at the very special email address mystory@feedingouryoung.org. If you have a question you would like addressed in a future Q&A episode, please send it to q@feedingouryoung.org. For all other inquiries, please email us at info@feedingouryoung.org or text us at area code 509-ALL-THEM, 509-255-8436. We're so excited to have you return to hear our next honored guest. Be sure to follow us on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at Feeding Our Young LLC. Again, that's username Feeding Our Young LLC. Until next time, be encouraged and go find someone to encourage today.